everyone, how are you going? Karen Finnan here, physiotherapist and director of Online Physio. So a question that I often get asked is around pricing for online consultations. So I guess initially people think that it is just simply converting a face-to-face consultation to the online space, and therefore it's the same money for time model. Well, we tried that at the start a number of years ago when we started doing our online physiotherapy consultations. And what we found was that people behave a little differently in the online space to in person, and of course our treatment is a little bit different. So of course in the physiotherapy world, often there would be some manual therapy, perhaps some massage or release work involved in our treatment session. But in our online patients, it was very much a proactive approach for them, giving them the tools to get themselves better. And obviously no time to get into some manual therapy or massage work. So what we found was that the initial consultation process was very thorough and in-depth. The issuing of their program was very thorough and in-depth. But the follow-up, instead of having a consultation once a week where we sit down and talk for half an hour, it seemed to be more like intermittent smaller bits of communication. So they'd ask a question here or there, or we'd message them to say, how's your program going? So rather than pricing per consult, when sometimes the consult was only a question back and forth on a messaging app, it made more sense for us to price for access, for a period of time for access. And we know through our experience with managing injuries in a physical practice, roughly how long certain types of injuries take. So people can either do a 1 week access just for a very minor niggle that they've got that they just want an exercise program for, or they can do 4 weeks access for something that might involve a little bit more progression in their program, or they can do 3-month access for, and this is generally for post-op people or people with a more involved injury that need a longer, slower rehab stream. Now at the end of that period, if we're not happy with how they've progressed, we will refer them on to the appropriate service if we're concerned about how they're going, or they have the option to continue, so they can just add another package or period of time onto their treatment. Now obviously the amounts for these particular periods of access will vary according to the systems that you have in place, the time taken for your health professionals and what health profession you are. So they're not absolute amounts, but just get your mind around modelling a program of care for pricing rather than a per consult price. I hope that's been useful and gets you thinking about how to price your teleconsultations. I look forward to chatting to you again next time. See you later.